What's up, and welcome to our podcast, Toast to Tea.
We're two friends that love the world of celebrity and pop culture and talking about it with you.
To join our world of celebrity, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to our podcast. Now hit it.
It's about that time.
Wait, where's the Chris Cam?
To say cheers to our world of celebrity.
1000%.
They're back together, and it feels just right.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya.
Raise your glass.
I'm Maddison Hill.
And I'm Courtney Revolution.
Because it's our moment to
Toast to tea.
Courtney, we are back and feeling better than ever. Actually, I'm a little tired, but I'm gonna bring the energy. I'm gonna bring the heat. I got it.
We're gonna microwave you, girl. We gotta have you defrost.
Literally. Yes, I got my coffee. Thank you for letting me get my coffee before we got started.
Yes,
Obviously
ma'am.
in a different environment. Shout out to my childhood best friend for letting me use her room as a studio this week. We're rocking and rolling.
You got the handheld microphone, girl.
I
You
got
said,
it.
let's get into some things.
You know me, I'm like, just because things are going on in life doesn't mean the tea stops. The tea keeps pouring and pushing, and so do we.
Maddison, can I tell you something?
Yes.
I went to the Vanderpump Rules season 11 premiere party.
I love it.
And
Are we going to be disappointed? Or
no,
are we? Okay,
no,
good.
I can't obviously tell y'all exactly what happened because at the time we're recording this, we're like 2 weeks out from the premiere, but it was a great premiere. And I think we're definitely going to see some relationships shifting. I found a new restaurant in my town to eat at because, two of our faves were eating there.
Okay.
And I definitely think that by the end of the episode, you're going to be like, wait, what? Because I was like, wait, what? So
Oh,
I needed to come out so we can
God.
discuss. Yes.
Okay. I cannot wait because I feel like I've already, obviously they've been releasing the teasers. And I feel like some people are coming for Ariana and now I'm going to have to come for them. And I feel like Lala, something's going to happen with Lala. And I'm such a Lala stan. And I'm
Me too.
nervous because I'm just like, Lala, don't you dare get on the wrong side of this. Don't you dare start letting people think that you need to get on the other side. No.
I want to say this. It was also Katie's birthday and Allie's birthday and Maddison there. I don't know where the cake came from, but I had a slice of their birthday cake. That cake was so good. I wish I would have known where they got that cake from.
Was it like, I know it wasn't the iconic Sweet Lady Jane because Sweet Lady Jane closed, but was it like the berries and cream situation? That's
No,
my
it was like a funfetti with like a cream cheese frosting that you would like put on like a cheesecake, it seemed like. It was good. It was
Okay, that
good.
sounds incredible. I've been eating so much since
Ooh.
being in Kansas City. Just the carbs. We're emotionally eating. We're eating all the carbs, all the sweets. But even still, that sounds amazing.
Oof.
A
I'm
little
gonna have to ask
funfetti
somebody
with
at
a little
Bravo.
cream cheese. Yeah, please. Give us the tea on where they get their cakes, please.
Mhm.
And then Courtney also, because I feel like, our community would want to know. You did go to Schwartz and Sandy's afterwards.
Oh my God, yes, you guys.
And it was
I
your
went
first
to.
time.
It was my very first time going to Schwartz and Sandy's. Madison, I was gonna go home. I had important things
No.
this morning, and my friends were like, "No, we have to go to Schwartz and Sandy's." And they convinced me to go for 15 minutes. I was there for 3 hours. I tried to leave Madison 3 times, and every time my Uber would pull up, someone would come out of Schwartz and Sandy's and a song I loved would be on. 2 times they were Taylor Swift. I said,
so obviously you have to go back in.
I said cancellation
deny
fee.
Taylor.
We're just gonna have to pay it because, like, I literally, my friends were like, "You literally said bye." Like hugs, kisses, everything. I said, "Nope."
Yes.
He wears short skirts. I wear t-shirts. Sandoval's walking around in like a wife beater. It literally is like your home, an upscale version of your hometown bar. That's how I can
Yes.
describe it.
Yes. Even with the worm with mustache hanging around. Which
Oh, he was
actually,
warming.
In your hometown bar, Courtney, I feel like our hometown bars have to be similar. Also,
Girl.
worms with mustaches left and freaking right. So really, that's the best way to describe it.
It was good to see both Toms in their organic natural habitat because I feel like at Tom they got to be a little bit more buttoned up. But I mean, they were letting it all hang out last night. It was very much a sight to see. I had fun.
I love it. The last time I was at Schwartz and Sandy's, I will say, I enjoyed it. And I didn't want to, not for Schwartz. Well, Schwartz has some flaws as well. But Sandoval, I was like, oh, I don't want to enjoy this place. But the bar manager, Brett, was so kind. But I was like, damn it, Brett, I have to come back and support this establishment just because of people like you and the other employees. Like, forget the Toms. I just like the other people who work there too.
That's how I feel. I feel like, you know what? I'm going to have to go and get lunch at Something About Her and support
Yes.
Ariana and Katie. And then when I want to have a cocktail moment, happy hour later on, then
Yes.
maybe I'll pop by Schwartz and Sandy's. I really liked it there.
No, Courtney, you know what we need to do? Because I've done this once, but I feel like you and I should do one, especially when Something About Her opens and the new pump opens. We need to do a Vanderpump pub crawl.
Maddison, Felicia brought this idea to my attention, I believe.
Yes.
When she comes, can we please do that?
Yes, I've done it once, and pumptinis. If you have never had a pumptini.
Last night.
For the community, let me just tell you, the pumptinis, they get ya. It's a one and done for me, because y'all know I'm not a liquor girly, I'm a champs girly. Courtney could probably throw back a couple pumptinis.
Girl.
But by the end of that Vanderpump pub crawl, just wait. It is the time. So we should do that. And then we can
definitely
record it and we'll post it on our YouTube channel. We'll vlog it.
Yeah, I'm here for that. Let's do that.
Okay, so everyone get ready. Get ready for that.
Ready, y'all.
Once Felicia comes, and I cannot wait. Okay, Courtney, should we go ahead and get into the tea?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
I am ready. We got our coffee. I'm feeling energized.
Damn.
Let's do it. Okay. So the first thing we need to talk about, because we did talk about this before it came out on our last episode, Miss Ariana Grande. She released her song and her music video for Yes and it was 1000% giving. I'm responding to what everyone's been saying about me, especially about Ethan Slater. I mean, she literally in the song says, "Why do you care whose I ride?" Okay. What did you think about it?
Here's the thing. I enjoyed the song. I actually was listening to it this morning as like a pump up song. I like it a lot, Maddison. I enjoy that it seems like, and this is not a diss, it seems like Ariana's kind of interpretation of like, what is it, Break My Soul. I love like that 80s influence, that Madonna influence. I love the messaging. Yes?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Say it with your chest and who can be fearless. You know, it's kind of what I took away from it. Is this a strong first single? I don't know.
Here's the thing. Normally, I love an 80s moment.
Yes, ma'am.
I wish I could go back to the 80s. I love an 80s moment. I loved the choreography in the music video.
Me
As a
too.
summer dancer,
I love the
was
music
like,
video.
oh my God, I'm living for the choreo on the stairs, the syncopated movements. It was giving. And I love the message, say it with your chest, yes. And I think the only reason why it's like just a little like for me is because like the timeline between her and Ethan Slater was a little murky, right? And so I do feel like it is bold to go out there and be like, did I possibly break up a situation? Yes, and it's bold, but she's saying it with her chest, so who the hell am I to say anything otherwise? It was bold. I gotta
Maddison,
bold.
what do you think made Page Six come out and say that Ariana? Because I guess they had an article saying that Ariana was the cause of Ethan and Lily J. I almost said Lily J's breakup. But then they came out after this song came out and sort of retracted that statement. Why did that happen?
I think they did that because they hammered home so much that we didn't get together until after we were both legally separated. And I also think too, because Ethan Slater is currently in his divorce proceedings and going through custody, that anything out there contrary to what Ethan and Ariana are saying hurts his custody agreement and his divorce proceedings. So that's why I think that would cause that situation, to kind of backtrack a little and be like, well, we might have said this a little too boldly. We didn't really know for sure what we were saying. Because if anything, for me, the song just kind of confirms what we've all already been thinking about Ariana and Ethan. To me, the song does not contradict the theory that we all have in the freaking slightest. She's just saying it with her chest and saying it even louder. But I think that might have something to do with it. It might be more about what Ethan's going through with his separation and his divorce, because as we know, Ariana has already wrapped everything up with Dalton. She signed the check and they're done.
I wonder how Dalton feels. I want to interview Dalton. Dalton, what happened, Dalton?
I mean, imagine going from being, and it's not like he was a Joe Schmo, you know, he was working in real estate. He had celebrity clients. He'd worked with
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus, but still imagine going from just being a more normal person. You marry the Ariana Grande. Things are flowing. Things are going great. Then all of a sudden you're going through this public divorce and now she's dating someone new. Like, I can't imagine what a whirlwind of a 2 years that man has had, truthfully.
Yeah.
And he's kept quiet about it, which is
And-
even more shocking.
I love that, to be honest.
Yeah.
We don't need to know, even though I'd like to know. I guess my only question is for him is like, girl, you ain't realize you was marrying the Ariana Grande? What did you think was going to come with that?
Well, and it tells us that he actually was genuine in his intentions. Because if he wasn't genuine, he would be like Mr. Sam Asghari out here chirping a TMZ any chance he gets. And the fact that he hasn't tells me he is a genuine guy.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Just
He's
didn't
not
work
looking
out.
for 15 minutes. Yeah, it just didn't work out. So I don't know.
Sucks.
I know. But Courtney, what do you think about the Eternal Sunshine era for Ari before we move on?
I think so far it's cute. I had said on my TikTok live recently, I asked the audience, is this, because Ariana has never made a bad album, and I don't think that this will be her first bad album at all. But do you think that this song specifically is like the equivalent of Taylor Swift's Me? Like, some people really like it, some people feel really mixed on it, but it's like arguably one of the songs that Ariana single-wise that she's put out that I thirst over the least. Did I articulate that right?
No, yeah.
Like, out of all her
great.
singles, that's the one I thirst over the least right now.
And it's interesting too, because I feel like the Lover album, I loved Lover, but it wasn't as big as a 1989 or a Reputation in the
That's
grand
the
scheme
vibe
of
I'm getting
Taylor's
from this.
discography. So that's interesting that you say that, because I'm like, that might be for Ariana. The thing that's unfortunate though is, you know, Taylor Swift can afford a Lover. She can afford a Folklore, something that doesn't maybe appeal to the masses as much. Ariana hasn't put out music in 3 years. We're looking for positions. We're looking for something big. So
We looking, Maddison? You said we're looking.
We're looking, and so far I'm not finding it. No.
Said, now Ariana, where is it? Because we're looking for it.
Because I don't know, Ari, if you can afford a Me track, okay? Because I don't know. I think we might need something a little more powerful. We might need a little "Are you ready for it?" kind of status, and I'm not getting it right now.
Like, you know what I feel? This will be my closing statement. I feel like in a club mixed in with some Break My Soul and Vogue and 2 cocktails, it's a hit.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to differentiate which song is which. Especially after a couple of tequilas.
Yeah, truthfully. But we could twirl to her.
I'm kidding.
You know?
I'm kidding. No, absolutely. I was just being, I'm a little sleep deprived, so my shadiness, my pettiness is coming out. No, I still like it. I still liked it. I still like the beat. I still like the choreo. And you're right. We will obviously be listening. People are obsessed. And so Ari's pleasing a good chunk of people. Either way, it's going to be a success.
Oh yeah.
Even, you know what I mean? Even if it's not like her older things, it's still going to be successful.
Good job, Ari.
We'll be keeping an eye on it. Okay, Courtney, something else I want to talk about. Lizzie McGuire. I'm still upset that reboot never happened. And I know you feel the same way.
Pissed.
And we have a little more info now as to why Disney scrapped the project. Because if you guys remember, we were all pumped. We were getting this Lizzie reboot. And then all of a sudden it came out that Disney did not agree with some of the storylines that the writers wanted to take the show. Obviously, they wanted Lizzie to be a 30-year-old, and Disney was like, I don't know. And now we have a little more information as to some of those storylines. So Jonathan Horwitz, who was a writer on the Lizzie McGuire reboot, he recently revealed what some of the plans were, because we know that they did shoot 2 episodes. So some of the plans were Lizzie dating a chef who cheats on her with her best friend, which, hello, that's something a normal 30-year-old would, hopefully not us. I don't want us to experience that, but wouldn't be surprised. No. Another one was we find out that Gordo is expecting a child with someone else, which I thought would have been an amazing storyline, because it's like,
that's real.
The love lost, you know, people reconnecting, but it's bad timing. Another storyline was that Lizzie sleeps with her longtime crush, Ethan Kraft. And like, she was going to wake up in bed with him and be like, oh my God, what did I do? Jonathan went on to say, quote, oh yeah, Lizzie wakes up in bed with Ethan with his water polo t-shirt on. And then animated Lizzie pops up and does like a little checklist motion, which I thought it would have been so funny.
That would have been so cute and cheeky.
So cheeky.
Yeah.
And then he also responded to a couple other questions and comments about certain storylines that Disney wasn't comfortable with. He alleged that that moment was probably one of them, being the Ethan moment. And I feel like Disney Plus and Hulu should have greenlit this regardless of the more mature storylines. But what do you think, Courtney?
For me, it's like Lizzie McGuire was always a show that kind of played more real to life than comedy. Versus, like, I would say, like a That's So Raven. Like, both shows dealt with important issues, but I would say That's So Raven was way more comedic and camp about it. And so I don't understand why we live in a world where Raven's Home is very successful. It was very successful. And if they did Lizzie right and appropriately, it could have the same results. If not Disney Plus, like you said, put it on Hulu. I don't understand. You go on Disney Plus and you watch a show like Doctor Who and they're like slicing and dicing the monsters and goblins up. And then we can't see Lizzie sleep with Ethan Kraft. We're not even seeing it. We're just seeing her check the list off. Like, you know what I mean? It don't got to be graphic.
And that's what he said.
She's
Like, there wasn't even going to be any, it wasn't going to show anything. They were just going to wake up in bed together. And obviously we're all have,
it's implied
together. We all know what is happening. And I thought it would have been hilarious for the little animated Lizzie to pop up. Like, I think that would have been the perfect mix of the old Lizzie McGuire with new Lizzie McGuire. And I think where the disconnect maybe was with Disney Plus is like having the animated character be part of it, because then maybe they're like, well, kids will think this is a cartoon. But it's like, yeah, but we all know it's not. We all know it's a reboot of Lizzie McGuire. And I also think too, again, you still have to put responsibility on parents. Like, if parents don't want their kids watching the Lizzie McGuire reboot because it has mature themes, like, that's not a Disney Plus problem. That's a parent problem.
I agree.
If you don't want your kid learning about that, then say, we're not watching this. It's that simple.
Be the parent and parent.
And let Disney Plus please do this Lizzie McGuire reboot, because I want it. I would have loved
Hillary Duff is pregnant again, isn't she?
Oh,
Girl, we gotta give it up. Because I wanted the album, girl. Hillary Duff.
I know you did. I know.
And I love you down, Hillary, but
I know. She wants to be a mother.
I know.
Again. A mother again.
I just want Sparks Part 2, girl. Like, can you... A theater tour. Give us 3 cities, girl. I'm coming. Like,
not for a while. Not for a while. I know. I feel like I almost didn't want to know what the possible storylines were, because now I'm just even more disappointed that it's not happening. You know? Like, I almost would have rather just not known, so I wouldn't have known what I was missing. But now I'm like, wait, you're telling me there would have been this whole storyline with like Gordo and them missing their time and them trying to.
Y'all need to go ahead and drop them first 2 episodes just because. For the treat. Yeah,
exactly. You know me, I'm a hopeless romantic. So I'm like, the fact that we don't get to see that storyline explored now it kills me. I'd rather just not even know.
Disney, y'all owe us.
Yes, please. Please, please, please. Now, speaking of someone else who owes us, just kidding. Ooh. I was going to say Miss Kylie Jenner, because we have been talking about them. No, we are going to talk a little bit about Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, Courtney, because I feel like one of the questions we've all been asking since these two got together is Timothée Chalamet's stepfather potential? And honestly, based on this new report from Us magazine, we're hearing the groundwork might be being laid down. So Kylie Jenner has officially introduced Timothée Chalamet to her and Travis Scott's kids. A source gave us the tea to Us magazine on the meeting, saying, quote, Timothée has met them in group situations where there were other family members or friends around. It hasn't been anything where it's just Kylie, Timothée, and the kids in an intimate setting. And she introduced him as one of mommy's friends. Kylie feels like it's still too soon to let them know anything about their relationship. But I feel like this is a serious move, in my opinion.
Yeah, if he meeting your kids, that's serious. You know, who knew? Who knew?
I never thought we would get to this point, to be honest.
From Tyga to Timothée. No.
Tyga to
Timothée, girl. Ooh, girl, TTT. That's the TT, the real TTT, girl.
Yes. I am dying. I don't know why I thought they would fizzle out before it ever got to the point that Timothée
Me
had to
too.
meet her kids. Like, I just never thought we'd get here. And even though they haven't been in an intimate setting, still the fact that he's met them with family and friends around. I think another source said that he also was around them at the Christmas Eve party. And I feel like actually introducing them with family around is kind of almost a bigger deal than if it was just an intimate setting. Because it's like, you're coming into like, not only is Timothée coming into Kylie's circle with her and the kids, he's coming into the entire family circle.
Girl, I'm going to say this. We're going to keep an eye on Timothée, and should anything drastic happen to his career or his level of celebrity or anything like that, we gonna know why. Because should he, you know how people, it's weird when the people leave or exit the Kardashian sort of like orbit. And so I'm curious to see what happens to Timothée should they, hopefully not, break up, you know? This is just like a couple I never expected ever. Like I remember the report of like, oh, Timothy's car at Kylie's or some maybe it was in reverse or something like that. And being like, why are we talking about this? It's like such a couple I never even fathomed. Kylie and Willy Wonka.
Yes, even seeing them still together, like even seeing them be so PDA with one another at the Golden Globes, for some reason it's still like, even though I think they look cute, they look in love, they look happy, sometimes it's still hard for me to compute that they're a couple. Like I'm like,
you think they'll have children, Maddison?
Is playing with Timothée Chalamet's necklace. What a world we're living in. Do I think they'll have children? You know, it's so hard because Kylie has always been the sister who's like, I want 6 kids. But I also know they prefer to have all their kids from the same man.
True.
They've all been very open about that. But I feel like since Courtney was the first one to kind of break that, you know, family, let's say
boundary,
I guess. Boundary.
Not tradition.
Not tradition. Boundary. Thank you.
Everybody, same father.
But because Courtney did it, I feel like now Kylie might feel more comfortable and be like, if this is the man I want to be with, I guarantee you, if they get married or they go the long haul, they're having kids together because that's just how Kylie is. She's traditional in that sense. I feel like she wants a big family. You know, she's always threatening, I'm going to move away and you'll never hear from me again. And so I think if they do make it past the long haul, make it for the long haul, their end game, I think they'll have kids together for sure. I just can't quite picture what their kids would look like. Because, I mean, say what you will about her and Travis Scott. I know you might not be the biggest fan of their relationship. The cutest kids ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Stormy, Air, so cute. I am curious, what do you think Travis Scott feels about the situation? Because we know he wasn't keen when they first started dating. I can't imagine he's thrilled to find out that he's met the kids.
I would hope that there was a conversation had with Travis before, right?
I mean,
you wouldn't have that conversation like, hey, like things are getting pretty serious between me and Timothée. I wanted to start bringing him around, you know, mom and the sisters or whatever, however she say it in her words. I would hope that a conversation would be had. That way, if he had any reservations, they could discuss it before they start mingling with a Jingle Bell beat, girl.
I think what's hard here too is like the fact that they, to our knowledge at least, don't have any legal custody agreement in place. It's very much, you know, copacetic. We're co-parenting. That's amazing. But a lot of times that's where that kind of gets written into custody agreements of it has to be 6 months and I have to approve. But if they don't have any of that legally written down and it's just kind of like we're going off vibes,
they could do whatever
who
they
knows?
want.
It's crazy. I just could not believe that he's met the kids. And I think, you know, I can't picture Timothée being stepfather material, but who knows?
We're going to find out when we start seeing him on Kardashians, girl.
I know. And you know what? I didn't actually think that Courtney and Travis Barker would want another baby. I just figured, I was like, her kids are grown. His kids are grown. There's no way. And joke was on freaking me. Look, they have a newborn baby at home right now. So anything is possible.
Especially when it comes to that family.
Truthfully, when it comes to that family, we never, ever know what's going on. But we all know the celebrity couple I'm really rooting for this year is obviously Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. More so than Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet.
A beautiful relationship.
Courtney,
not Kylie and the Witch Boy.
Taylor Swift sat through negative 20-degree wind chill weather to watch her man play football.
Maddison, dedication.
Thank you. I'm like, who the hell is going to call it a PR relationship now? Because I'm sorry, no amount of PR would be worth it for me to sit in negative 20-degree wind chill weather to watch somebody who I'm not actually romantically involved with just for the press.
Girl,
Like,
you should have
good
seen me in
night.
the regular weather. I was sitting there like, y'all ain't got no heat lamp out here on the field. I went to see the Chiefs. I said, hold on. Yo, where the heat lamp is at? But them chicken fingers was banging. Shout out to Crypto.
Shout out.
Crypto.com arena.
Yes, literally, truthfully. But I had to tell you that because I was just like, when I was seeing her in that Kansas City weather, I was like,
They were showing like the glass was like freezing
yeah,
over.
so they had to
fogging up,
open
right?
it. Yes, because some people were like, oh, it's in a suite. I'm like, yeah, a suite where they had to open the windows so they couldn't see anything. So she was exposed to the elements. I had the chance to go to that game. One of my friends was like, I already know the answer, but I have an extra ticket. So I just thought I'd ask. And I was like, no, not to be dramatic, but if I went out in negative 20-degree wind chill weather, I would pass away. Like, my body can't do it anymore.
Not passive, but honestly, Madison, same.
Like,
Same. I can't be doing
you're from somewhere cold too. The
Yeah,
East Coast arguably gets even worse than the
It
Midwest.
does, but what happened, Madison, was when I did the Disney College program and I lived in Florida for however many months, I think my body like really got used to that
Yes.
warm weather. And when I came back home, it was like, it like snowed right when I came home and I was like, I can't do
Yeah.
this. So I moved.
Yeah, truthfully, same. And I'm looking at a bunch of snow right now and I'm like,
Oh my God.
no, I can't. My blood is thinner, or not my blood. My skin is thinner now. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Not my skin is thinner now.
My skin is thinner. Okay, Courtney, I do also, since we're talking about Taylor Swift, I feel like it's the perfect segue. Can we talk about Selena?
Yes.
Because she's kind of having a moment with Benny. Just saying, they attended the Emmys together.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time we saw Selena at a public award show with a man?
Girl, never. That's how you know she in a good mood.
Literally. I mean,
She in
with
a
the
good
weekend,
mood.
she didn't even attend an award show. They did the Met Gala, but they didn't do an award show. And she looked so, what do you think of her look? The dark lipstick.
I like Selena Gomez in a dark lipstick, and I wish that women did a dark lipstick more because I think that there's a certain level of femininity that's subtle without like a bright pink or like a bright,
Yes.
like you know what I mean?
It was like
I
more
thought she was good.
mature. Yeah, it was a more mature vibe. She was looking
She's in her
good.
mature actress era.
Yes, exactly. And this is why I think this report from Radar Online is coming at an interesting time because we are seeing Selena in a relationship like we have not seen her in a long time. And now, according to a new report from Radar Online, Selena is, quote, convinced she's found her soulmate and doesn't see any reason to wait to seal the deal. That is what this insider is saying. This same source also alleged that Benny Blanco feels the same way and also is, quote, already calling her his wife, which is giving Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. This source also said that Benny is allegedly asking Selena what kind of ring she wants. And then the source ended their insider info saying, quote, she's also baby crazy right now and openly talking about how she wants that to happen. Besides, Selena wants 2 or 3 kids at least. So she thinks she better get started right away. And Benny is on board.
Ooh. Whoa.
What?
When they start dating again?
They've been dating for, okay, so when they went public, was that last month? It had been 6 months. So now we're looking at probably around 7 or 8 months.
All right.
Like, it's not, it feels fresh to us, but in reality, it's not that fresh.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And
Because
that's why
I feel like we just met this man.
Yeah. But it's been a long time.
Mm.
And Courtney, I feel like you can attest to this too. Don't you feel like now that we're in our 30s, I'm still getting used to saying that.
Yeah.
But now that we're older, I feel like I have to date people less to know if this is going to work or it's not. You know what I mean? I feel like at this point in my life, I know exactly what I need for my future husband, that I don't necessarily need to date you for 4 years to know, is this going to be marriage material or not?
Girl, at this point, we're not even making it to the date because you done messed up before we even got to that part. So like same.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I also think people need to take into account, she's 31, 32, you know, I just think by that point in your life, you know if this man is going to be long-term potential or not. And so it's not that out of bounds, in my opinion, for her to at least be thinking, I could have babies with this person, I could see myself being this person's wife. Like, that's not that crazy to me.
You know what else I'm thinking, Madison? Just because Selena and Benny been together like what, 7, 8 months or whatever, that doesn't mean that they haven't been flirting or going on dates for like the past year and a half. and we just didn't
Right.
know. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? And they just decided to make it official last year, and they just decided to go public. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. For all,
Mm.
I mean, also think about it. If they never went public, they could still be hiding it right now, and we could have no idea. And Selena could show up and be like, "BT Dubs got engaged to Benny Blanco," and we could not even know.
Hallie hit that baby, didn't she?
I mean, crazy. I've seen so many things of like, remember how Halle Bailey gaslit us for 9 months? And I'm like, honestly, same.
It's one of my favorite things. Like,
No, like,
clearly a change in
truly.
face, and she's like, "You guys, this is my nose." Like, girl,
Here's
do
the
you know we saw the
fucking
Little
job.
Mermaid? We know what your nose looked like in IMAX. Like,
And IMAX, up close and personal.
literally.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if Selena wanted to not say anything, she didn't even have to say anything. So I do feel like people who are thinking it's moving too fast, this is crazy. I'm like, I just think you guys got to take into her age. She's also been through it.
Yeah.
She has been in so many toxic relationships. She knows what is toxic, what is not. She knows the red flags she needs to be looking out for. So I feel like if she's not seeing them, and we also heard, like, there was a report from Entertainment Tonight earlier this week, too, about how her friends and family and his friends and family are, like, very on board, very pro the relationship, which I also think is probably what is allowing Selena to start thinking of that future because her family is so important to her.
And if the family approves, girl, come on in. Period.
What do you think the possibility is of a Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco engagement and a Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce engagement in the same year?
I definitely see Selena and Benny more than Taylor. Taylor, I could see like next summer.
Okay.
And
But either way,
we
you
need
see
Benny
it,
to
right?
produce
It's
several
com-
tracks on Selena's new album.
Yes, I agree with that. I second that.
I have one more bonus point because I
Okay,
missed
good.
it. There was the report that Justin is working on music, and we need Justin and Selena to drop within weeks of each other. Period.
Oh,
I
I
don't care.
know.
I need it.
I know. So someone asked me about that. Like, do you think that they would do that? And I'm like, yeah, they would do that.
I need it.
Yeah.
I need it. Let them
You
hoes
know.
battle it out one more time before it go. Selena gonna have babies to act, and Justin go back, to clearing his skin up. Girl, we need them to battle it out. This is like my Barbie and Oppenheimer. We need Justin and Selena to drop the
Literally.
same day.
If they drop the same day, that is literally the Toast to Tea podcast version of Barbie Oppenheimer. It is going to be a battle of Jelena. And I agree. I feel like we need one more Jelena battle before we're really,
before we pack it up officially.
We packed it up, you guys. Don't get it twisted. We packed it up, but we are messy still. And I agree with you. Like, just how iconic would that be? Just one more before we all really mature and move on. For the millennials, please do it for us.
millennials.
Do it for us. Give us that. Give us the 2 episodes of the Lizzie reboot, and we'll shut up.
Honestly, yeah. I'll be fine with the 2 little episodes, Maddison. You ain't got to give us the 8. Just give us 2, and I'll imagine the rest.
Yes. Which, speaking of reboots, Disney hearing our pleas for to bring things back. Now, there is allegedly a Wizards of Waverly Place reunion in the works. A pilot has been ordered, y'all, allegedly. And it is going to be executive produced by Selena Gomez and David Henry. And they will allegedly guest star in the pilot. This is created by the same team that helped create Raven's Home, which, Courtney, as you were saying, hugely successful.
Yeah.
And the premise is, this is what they're saying in the Deadline report. Quote, it picks up after a mysterious incident at WizTech where an adult Justin Russo has left his wizard powers behind, opting for a normal human life with his wife and 2 sons, but he gets a surprise when a powerful young wizard in need of training shows up at his door, and Justin must embrace his past to ensure the future of the wizard world. Give me that. Give me multiple seasons of that.
Maddison, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've never seen 1 episode of Wizards of Waverly Place, but I know the girlies love it.
Oh,
They're gonna go feral.
They're going to go feral.
I haven't even sent this to my friend Ricky because I think he's asleep now. But when he wakes up and he sees Selena Gomez is back.
Yes. Because I feel like Wizards of Waverly Place was coming out when we were getting like just a little old to be watching Disney Channel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel anyway. Like I remember
agree.
like seeing a few episodes, but never really dialed into it like a Lizzie McGuire, like an Even Stevens, because we were just a little bit past that age range. But I know people are obsessed. I know the podcast that has the dad from Wizards of Waverly Place and one of the other characters. is huge. People are obsessed. They love hearing behind the scenes secrets. They love hearing about Selena's early days. And, I mean, the fan base is still so there that I'm like, hell yeah. And Selena's attached to it. People are like, that's all I need to know. Now, if they were trying to do it without Selena, I don't think it would be as successful. But the fact that she's in it, it's going to be great.
No, we need this. You know what I think would be such a cool idea if the Wizards of Waverly Place reboot were used as almost like a platform or like a vehicle for like ex Disney like stars to like
Yes.
guest star on, like off and
Yes.
on. Like, if we saw like Christy Carlson Romano pop in one episode, Ricky Ullman pop in, Phil of the Future in one episode, Allie and AJ pop in some alien twins or something. Like, you know what I mean? Some
Yes.
strange, but I think it would be cute to sort of like see our faves kind of pop in and out.
I would love that. I was such a Disney Channel kid. Like,
I was too, to be
was
honest.
obsessed. Disney Channel original movies. I even remember when Disney Plus launched. That first weekend, I literally just went through and watched all of my favorite Disney Channel original movies. Like, remember also, this is not an original movie, but PB&J Otter.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
The Otters
Oh,
popped in as a guest star.
PB&J Otter and Roly Poly Oly.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Roly Poly Oly. I haven't thought about that in years.
That was my show.
Even though we might not have been like super dialed into Wizards of Waverly Place, we were Disney Channel people.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Oh,
need
yeah.
it.
I love me some Disney Channel. They
No,
have the good
absolutely.
elite shows.
So I would be here for this. I'm obviously here for this Wizards of Waverly Place reunion. I'm here for it. Still keeping my fingers crossed for the Lizzie McGuire thing. And just one more time, keeping my fingers crossed for Taylor and Travis. So just thought I'd sprinkle that in there at the end, No harm, no foul.
I want Taylor and Travis to have their own TV show this week.
Courtney, that's never even going to happen.
I know. I just feel like this way. I feel like this way. I feel like this today, this week. Next week, I'll be like, I never want Taylor to do a reality show. This week, I feel like they would be cute as like a Nick and Vanessa Lachey.
Yes.
Like a cute little newlyweds moment or, like 3 episodes.
Courtney, what would you do if Taylor was on reality TV? Because I feel like that would be like your worlds colliding. Like her dating someone from Kansas City is my worlds colliding. Her being on reality TV would be your worlds colliding.
I don't know what I would do. I think I would just be so excited. I would need to know everything about it. I need to know the production team, what network it's going to be on.
Courtney's I'm her manager now, her reality TV manager. I need to know what the deal is. I need to know what is the future.
Okay, we can't have our girl looking bad.
Yes, exactly. Courtney's like, no one's going to turn on her. You will not villainize her. No.
Not my girl. Not Taylor Allison. No, ma'am.
Absolutely not.
That's my girl.
Okay, Courtney, should we go ahead and do our put it in the teapot?
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready to put it in the teapot.
Yes, you guys remember, you can email us what you want to put in the teapot over on our Gmail at toasttoteapod@gmail.com.
Or you can leave it as a comment if you're watching on YouTube.
Yes.
Right?
Or,
if that's easier.
Yeah. Or DM us on Instagram, DM us on TikTok. We answer any and all messages. So please, please, please send us a message of what you want to put in the teapot. Remember, it can be celebrity related, it can be personal, and we'll shout you out and read what you want to put in the teapot on our next episode. So email at toasttoteapod@gmail.com or DM us, comment, whatever is easiest for you. Just make sure you leave your name and what you want to put in the teapot, and we will shout you out and read it on our next episode. Good idea, Courtney. Commenting on YouTube sometimes is easier. Oh, thank you.
Because I be done forgot by the time, we be running our mouths the next 10 minutes and then I be done forgot.
Talking is our strongest suit, which I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad.
Girl, that's a strength, girl.
It is. We could talk for hours. You guys should even see. We will find ourselves talking like 40 minutes before we even start recording.
This week, to put it in the teapot, I want to put in being closed off to people and good energy in general. I think that sometimes my fear of being hurt by people has made me appear outwardly cold and unopen to new friendships. But this year, I have sort of made like this promise to myself to sort of be open to people that I feel are appropriate of where I am in my life and to share my energy with those people and hopefully receive the same kind of energy back. I think it's important to have your community even when you need your periods of isolation, because at the end of the day, we all need people to lean on that are outside of our family. So I think it's important to utilize your chosen family the same way you would utilize your own, family that you call on the phone. So I really want to put in the teapot, releasing the fear of new connections, and I want to pour out into my cup all of the beautiful new friendships that I hope to grow and water and nurture this year.
I love that.
Thanks.
I love that so much. I also love the chosen family part that you said, because I feel like you and I both relate to this. We have so many good family friends. And that sometimes whenever we're talking about people and we're like, friend, and you know when sometimes you call someone a friend and that just doesn't even define that relationship? Because
Yeah.
it's so much past that. Like we've been through so much together. We've known each other for so many years that just saying friend doesn't accurately describe that relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
Like speaking for myself and what we're currently going through. And so I love that, Courtney.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Okay, the thing that I want to put in the teapot this week, because we talk so much about it, is getting our hopes up for things that are not going to happen, like this Lizzie McGuire reboot. I do not want studios and executives to put something out there if you are not going to deliver. Same goes for artists. Justin Bieber talking about doing new music. Justin Timberlake also, which I don't even know if we want that, but that's another story for another day. If you are not going to deliver for us fans, when we have a lot going on right now, just go ahead and keep it, because I am sick of people getting our hopes up. Again, like I said, hearing this Lizzie McGuire tea just made me want that reboot so much more. So if you are not going to deliver to the fans, just don't even put it out there. Courtney, you also know one of my biggest pet peeves of people in LA. Big things coming, working on big things. When you have no big things coming and you're not working on big things, just do what you're going to say, people. Do what you're going to say, studio execs. Do what you're going to do. Artists, I couldn't even get my words out. But that's what I'm saying. We just don't want to be disappointed, okay? Everyone stick to your words. All right.
Damn. You ate that, girl.
Did I? Because I feel like halfway through I wasn't making sense, but hopefully I was.
No, you made sense, and I agree, because at the end of the day, we never got the Degrassi reboot on HBO Max, and we never got the Clueless reboot on HBO Max either.
Oh my God, you're right.
So don't, girl, you know I've been Google alerts.
And honestly, the Gossip Girl reboot just fell short for me. It started off strong, and then it plummeted.
You know what? They took like a holiday break or something like that, and then I
we all
never came
forgot
back.
about it.
Yeah, it was long. It was long,
Mm-hmm.
whenever that break was. So I agree. I at this point, I'm not the biggest fan of announcements, because I get my hopes up. Like the Clueless thing, I was really excited about.
I know, Clueless, you and I both, but you probably maybe even more. I love Clueless.
Girl.
And whenever I watch that as an adult, I'm like, when I watch it as an adult, I'm like, my adult life makes so much sense. Like this movie heavily influenced me more than I even knew.
Girl.
Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Madison.
Like think of our LA lives. That movie.
I think about it all the time.
Us.
It does take everywhere. Everywhere in LA it does take 20 minutes. Why was Cher in the Valley? Like so many things in that movie make sense now that I live here, that I'm just like, you know what? It was meant to be.
It was so meant to be. 1000%. And even when I was little, I was so hell bent on, I want a white Jeep. I want a white Jeep so I can take off the doors and I can take off the top. And I was wondering, I was like, why did I want a white Jeep so bad? Rewatched Clueless, and I was like, oh, because of Cher. Because of Cher. And every time I hit a stop sign, I totally paused. Like, it's influential.
I feel like if Mean Girls could have a reboot, Clueless could have a reboot.
But okay, really quick before we wrap.
No, go for it.
No, Mean Girls, because it's a musical and it wasn't fully marketed as a musical, I think people are like not feeling this is the Mean Girls reboot that they wanted.
Was it not marketed as a musical? I knew it was a musical.
I did too, but I'm seeing things all over social media that's like when you didn't realize it was a musical, and as soon as Cathy Heron starts singing, everyone's like, what? I'm like,
they put out the music video of Renee. Everybody loved Renee Rapp so much. They put out the music video.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
She's in the trailer going, Regina.
Like Renee Rapp, her big start was from being Regina George on Broadway, y'all.
See that I just found out. I found that out like 2 days ago. That I didn't know. I just realized Renee Rapp is the same girl from the college sex girls show. They told me that on TikTok. I said, she looks like the girl from Sex Life and College Girl. They went, she is. Like all the comments were like, she is. You didn't know that? You didn't know that? I was like, I didn't know. It's like a month and a half ago.
So funny. That I love that.
It was the night of the VMAs.
Oh my God. And honestly, Renee Rapp is iconic. I love that she's a celebrity who calls people out and isn't afraid to say it. Like, have you seen that interview where she's like, Buddy, who owns a tour bus company, you were rude and misogynistic to my mom and my friend. F you. And I was like, I stand.
She dragged Tory Lanez, girl.
Yes.
And she didn't know who Kylie Minogue was.
Yes. She also dragged Joe Coy, the guy who hosted the Golden Globes. I saw an interview she did on the tiny mic, and she was like, and she did a couple ins, and then she was like, the guy who hosted the Golden Globes making jokes about women.
Period. And as she should. Come on, Renee. Come on, Nay. That's
Literally.
Nay now. Come on, Nay.
Yes, manifesting a Renee Rapp interview here on Toasted Teapot because I feel like she would get along great with us. Honestly. Honestly.
I like her.
Me too. Okay, Renee Rapp, we're coming for you. We're coming for you, girly. Yes. Okay, you guys, that is it for this episode of Toasted Tea Pod. Make sure you are following us on all social platforms at Toasted Tea Pod. That's on Instagram and TikTok. And make sure you follow us on Spotify. And make sure you also answer the Spotify poll because that really helps us more than y'all even know. And if you're
Yes.
watching / listening on YouTube, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure your notification bell is on. And also, if y'all can share the word of this podcast and help share it to somebody in your life who loves some celeb tea, a little laughs, a little tears sometimes. We haven't gotten there, but I'm sure it'll get there at some point. Just make sure to share it because that helps us as well. And we just want to keep growing our community as much as possible. Yes.
Yes.
Also, make sure you're following me on social media at I am Maddison Hill on TikTok and Instagram. And you can find me on Snapchat at Maddison Hill 93. Courtney?
Hey, y'all. You can follow me at Court Revolution on TikTok and Snapchat and Twitter. And you can follow me at Courtney Revolution on Instagram.
Yay! All right, you guys, we love you and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Be good, y'all.